Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Diana Perdomo and I am so thankful and I'm so happy that you are here. I just wanted to make this video for mostly because I know that there are many like me that maybe didn't grow up with their biological father. I know that when I converted to Christ, it was very hard for me to see him as a father. And it was hard for me to see him as a father because I never had that connection or that relationship with a father figure. I just wanted to make this video and just share my experience of how I got to that position where I now see God as my father. It's a very beautiful relationship and God wants us to see him as a father because in Genesis he did reveal himself as the creator of the universe, and he also revealed himself as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So he not just only created the universe, but he also had relationships and covenants with his people, with his creation, with humanity. There's a verse here that I want to share with you that just really hit home for me. That was just like so beautiful because when you read scriptures, you start to understand and kind of have an idea of characteristics of God. So that's why it's very important to read the Bible, because the Lord will reveal himself through there for to you. And this verse, when I was reading Jeremiah, was so beautiful. It was Jeremiah 3:19. It says, I thought to myself, this is the Lord speaking. I thought to myself, I would love to treat you as my own children. I wanted nothing more than to give you this beautiful land, the finest possessions in the world. I looked forward to you calling me Father, and I wanted you never to turn from me. So he's saying, I looked forward to you calling me Father. So he wants us to see him as a father. That's an issue that I had, where I couldn't have that relationship with God because I just didn't know how. I didn't know how I was supposed to feel. I didn't know how it was supposed to be. I would see God as God my healer because he did heal me from a couple of things when I first converted, physically and emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And I would see him as God, the creator, my creator, my king, my Lord. I would see him as that. But I couldn't break into that type of relationship of being comfortable enough to really say, Father, Father, Father. I remember that I was around like 3 years in my relationship with Christ, and I still wouldn't see him as God, my father. It was still like Lord, my God, my king, my, Jesus. And I remember that I saw this guy that had his son's name tattooed to his body. And I remember thinking and feeling a sadness in my heart and saying to myself that I will never have a father loved me enough to have wanted to do that for me. Not that I wanted my father to tattoo himself with my name. No, I did not. I don't want that. It's the simple fact that that man loves his son so much that he permanently did this to himself. It's the act. It's the act, the action that he did. I'm not saying that that's a good thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to get you to understand that he loves his son so much that he did that. So it just got me thinking, like, there are fathers that feel like that about their sons and daughters. There are fathers that love their kids so much and have done so much for them, and I've never felt that. And I started feeling like a sadness because I've always been that type of person that I've been independent. I don't need anybody. Like, I got myself. I can do this. I've always been prideful like that because I've seen what it is like when you're dependent on somebody and somebody throws that in your face. So I've always been that type of person that I get things done on my own. I just do things myself. And I don't know why, but that year, like that time in my life, I was really feeling the absence of somebody, of a father figure that takes care of me, that loves me in that way. And I remember praying to the Lord, like, Lord, like, I know that you're gonna fill that gap for me. I know that I'm gonna be able to say that I have a loving father. I just don't know when, or I don't know how, but I know that you're supposed to be that for me, because I hear all these people when they pray to you, like, mi padre, my father, my father, and I just don't know what that feels like. I am such a crybaby when it comes to this stuff. Oh my gosh. And I had said this prayer very quietly to myself. And I know a couple of days later, my husband, we were in the car, me and my husband were in the car driving home from church. And he looks at me and he's like, I just want to let you know that the Lord told me to tell you that this year you're going to see him as a father. These things that just confirm to you that God is listening and that God is real, because I never told my husband this. He didn't hear my prayer. He didn't know what I was feeling. He didn't know what was in my heart. I remember thinking like, wow, Lord, like you really do listen. You are so amazing. You are so good. And a couple weeks passed by, and I know at my job there was one day where I forgot my wallet, and I prayed to the Lord and I said, Lord, you are my father. I have no lunch today. I haven't eaten nothing today, and you know that I struggle with eating and I need to eat because then I get dizzy. It's just, personal problems that I have. And I remember I told the Lord, like, I believe you and I know that you will provide. I pray that you provide food for me today. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why I said that prayer like that. Like, why? I don't know what overcame me that I was like, you are going to provide lunch for me, Lord. You are my father. I don't know why I said that. And then that specific day, that exact day, my workplace had food for all the people that were working there that day, and it was Qdoba. Yeah, it was Qdoba food. And I remember I walked in and I saw the guys, like the people setting up, the food, and I was just like, man, like you really do like listen and you like provide for your children. Like you are amazing. And from that time, like he did do it a couple of times after that, but there were times that I didn't have to ask him because he knew. And I would get there and I didn't bring lunch, and food would be there for that day, and I would bring lunch every other day, or I would bring my wallet every other day, but the specific times that I didn't, my job would have food. Like, how good is God? Like, that is just, he knows. And then I remember another time where we were remodeling my kitchen, and we had to do this because the wood was just not doing well. And when we got rid of all the cabinets, like we were without cabinets for like 2 weeks, because we were waiting on affordable cabinets to come up, on the Facebook Marketplace. Like we were just waiting for something to come up. And I remember I was praying and I was driving home and I was like, Lord, like you are my provider and you provide my needs. I ask you that you provide the things that I need in my home, and the next day my cousin calls me and he says, I have an oven, I have a stove for you, it's brand new, I want to give it away to you, and then I'm gonna bring it to you so you can have your stove. 2 days later, my husband's cousin, so first it was my cousin, and then my husband's cousin said, hey, they're throwing out these nice beautiful cabinets, do you want them? They're giving them away. And my husband's like, yes, please, thank you. And then a couple days pass, and my husband's mom calls him and she's like, hey, I bought you a fridge. To me, that was like literally God. Like God took care of that. God did all that for us. So it was so beautiful. So like my connection started, I would see little signs, and when I would pray like, God, you're my father, like I would feel that comfort and that peace and that certainty that whatever I need, God is going to be there to provide me with that or help me with that, So God is so beautiful. He's such a loving father. And me and my husband were talking about this the other day when we were in the car, that how God being so perfect, how Jesus being so pure, so beautiful, so powerful, yet humanity still still moves him, still affects him, still angers him, still makes him happy, still moves him. And I really love this verse in the Bible where David says, "What are humans that you should think about them? What are humans that you should care about them?" This is in Psalms 8:4. But it's so true, like you are so powerful. You don't need anything. You are so powerful. Like, what do you need from us? But yet you seek us. You want us. You want a relationship with us. And that is so beautiful. I saw this quote on Facebook where it said, "The creator of the universe would rather die for you than live without you." How beautiful. When I would feel sad, I would speak negative things on me. Like sometimes the enemy puts that in your mind, like you're worthless, you're not of value and whatnot. And I remember when I was in bed thinking all these things, the Lord literally speaks to me and tells me, "You are so loved. Don't talk to yourself like that, because you don't belong to yourself. You were to die for." That's what he said. And I just start crying and crying because I'm like, wow, like, Lord, what do you mean I was to die for? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? So then this song comes in my mind. "You were to die for, you came and set me free." I remember I was like, what is that song? I don't know that song. I don't know. What is that song? I don't know the name, whatever. So then I go on like the Google search where you can search up songs, and I kind of sing to it. I'm like, "You were to die for, so I. And then it comes up as the song "Worthy." I probably heard it like one time years back, but I don't even remember. But this song just came to my mind. Oh yeah, so the song is "Worth" by Anthony Brown, and it goes like, "You thought I was worth saving, so you came and changed my life. You thought I was worth keeping, so you cleaned me up inside. You thought I was to die for, so you sacrificed your life so I could be free, so I could be whole." So that song comes to my mind, and I'm like, I don't even know. I haven't heard that song. Like, I heard it probably once, like years ago, years ago. So I don't know. God is just so beautiful. He is so sweet. He is so loving. He loves you. He loves you so much. God puts all the pieces together. As He's teaching you something, you're gonna see things. He's gonna show you things. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. You find yourself in a position where I was, where you are finding it difficult to see the Lord as your Father, or you are new to Christianity and you've just accepted Jesus into your life. But I do encourage you to, pray to the Lord and tell Him, like, "Lord, I want to see you as my Father. Reveal yourself as my Father. I want to experience you as my Father." In the Bible, He revealed Himself in many ways. He revealed Himself in Genesis as the Creator. He revealed Himself as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. To Moses, He revealed Himself to the I Am. So God is our healer. God is our creator. God is our Father. So the more intimacy and the more relationship that you get with the Father, with the Lord, you will start seeing all these aspects of Him, all these characteristics of Him. You will start getting to know Him. I really hope that you guys found this video as a blessing, or that you might have resonated with this video. But I pray that God heals anything that needs to be healed in your life, and I pray that the Lord uses this video to speak to you, or to use any other method to speak to you, so that you may have an encounter with the Lord, because that is the most beautiful thing, is an encounter with the Holy Spirit. And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless you.